Hey everybody, I'm Kyle Larson, and you're watching the ACS.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time!
Welcome to ISM Raceway. Just one last race remains for 6 other drivers to make their way into the finale at Detroit, and it all goes down today in the desert. Clint Bowyer and Erik Jones have both locked their way into the finale at Detroit, leaving 2 open spots for 6 hungry drivers to see if they can win or point their way into the finale. Here's your playoff standings with 1 race to go. You see that Ryan Blaney is just plus 6 points above the good, and Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott are tied for that final spot, with a nod going to Kevin Harvick. Martin Truex Jr., Erik Almirola, and Jimmie Johnson are all negative points out. Truex has the most feasible amount to go. He's just 10 points out, which is doable, but Erik Almirola and Jimmie Johnson both find themselves in must-win situations, and Martin Truex Jr. is going to need a great day. He's going to possibly need to finish second at the least, when need a lot of things to happen today, such as Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott or Ryan Blaney having poor finishes here today in Phoenix. Now here's your drivers to watch for. Ryan Blaney, he's holding on for dear life here. 6 points above the cutoff. Is Blaney capable of holding strong underneath all this pressure? And then Harvick, he has a chance to point or win his way into the finale at his best career racetrack. But Kevin Harvick has struggled with the short run speed this weekend in practice. We'll see how he does today. And then also tied for 4th, but on the outside looking in, is Chase Elliott. He'll need a clutch performance today if he wants to beat a strong veteran like Kevin Harvick. Then Erik Almirola, we talked about him. He is in a must-win situation. Can he get it done? And then Jimmie Johnson, the 2-time Athlete Cup Series champion, needs a win to advance today. Can his experience move him into that final round at Detroit? We'll find out. Now, let's go trackside for the command. Drivers, start your engines! And there it is. The cars roar to life, and the crowd is on their feet as they will check out your ISM Raceway starting lineup. In row 1, on the pole, the number 77 Toyota Camry of Camden Luca to his outside, Kyle Busch. Row 2, we find playoff contenders Ryan Blaney and Martin Truex Jr. The same goes for row 3 with Almirola and Kevin Harvick. Alex Bowman to his outside, a playoff contender, Chase Elliott. A.J. Allmendinger and a playoff contender, and Jimmie Johnson in row 5. Row 6 is Brad Keselowski and a guy that's locked into the Detroit, Clint Bowyer. Row 7, Micah Knapp and Kyle Larson. Row 8 today, Joey Logano and Erik Jones, last week's winner at Texas. Kurt Busch and William Byron in the taxi cab car. In row 9, Daniel Suarez. Next to Paul Menard in row 10. Denny Hammer and Hamlin to Ty Dillon. In row 11, Carter Adelman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in row 12. Jamie McMurray and Austin Dillon in row 13. And in row 14 is Chris Buescher and Ryan Newman. Row 15 today, David Reagan next to Trevor Bayne making his final start in the Athlete Cup Series today. And row 16 is Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell. Row 17, Tyler Saponara next to Regan Smith. And in row 18 is Michael Shelton and Sam McAllister. Row 19 today, Eddie Jones and Bryce Harvey. And then rounding up the field in 39th is Matt DiBenedetto. There it is, the field is set. We're ready to go. Green flag racing here in the desert. Green flag is in the air. They go 4 wide into turn 1. Looks like Almirola's going to make out the live. Camden Luca from the pole. He's going to head him through 3 and 4 and lead the first lap. Truex, we talked about him needing a good race. He's up to 3rd. Here comes Chase Elliott in a second. Power move by Chase Elliott. He'll break the tie with Kevin Harvick. As the cars slip and slide through turns 1 and 2. Camden Luca in the race lead, but Chase Elliott is high on his tail. Elliott's going to look to the inside in 1 and 2 and take the lead with ease. Chase Elliott to the race lead here in Phoenix. Off of turn 4, Chase Elliott still leads side by side for that second position is Erik Almirola and Camden Luca. They'll continue to battle it out here as they head down the backstretch, formerly known as the front stretch here at ISM Raceway. But Erik Almirola is going to take that spot. Here comes Kyle Busch and Truex, making it 3 wide with Luca. Truex at the inside of Kyle Busch. Now, we got a car spinning. It's AJ Allmendinger. He gets up into the Penske teammates, Keselowski and Logano. Caution is out on the racetrack for AJ Allmendinger getting turned by, looks like, Jimmy Johnson. There it is, the Power of Pride Chevrolet gets to the inside of Allmendinger, and how about that? Logano nowhere to go, Keselowski nowhere to go. Unfortunate incident for Penske teammates and AJ Allmendinger as well. It's very unfortunate for him. He's been on a hot streak as of late for his standards. He's been doing really well. There's Jimmy Johnson barely skating by that one. Johnson's lucky to not be collected in his own incident. So Allmendinger is going to get the hook. And so is Keselowski. And then Joey Logano, he's going to get repairs done to that Duralast Ford Fusion. So that calls for a mid-race restart here in the desert. Chase Elliott has dominated this race early on. Green flag is in the air. Can Elliott hold off Kyle Busch and others? And just as we say that, Kyle Busch gets a great restart. He's going to dive it in. Almost gets to Elliott's bumper. But Chase Elliott's going to rocket into 3 and 4 with that race lead. Ryan Blaney, Truex, Almirola, Harvick, all battling for that 3rd position. How about this battle? Here comes Jimmy Johnson dive bombing it in. Oh, we got cars around off of turn 4. Just as the action was heating up, we have a break. To Benedetto and McAllister. That might be Sam McAllister's first wreck this year. He stayed pretty clean all year long, but with 2 races to go, he gets involved in this one with Eddie Jones. Looks like Eddie Jones gets to the inside of Sam, and then Matt DiBenedetto, just nowhere to go there for him. He gets tagged up in that one. Hard impact for the driver that has the main race sponsor on the hood of his Ford Fusion. There's McAllister and DiBenedetto going to the garage area here in Phoenix, and we have 3 laps remaining. And these restarts today have been wild. I don't see how this one could be any different. Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch on the front row. Kyle Busch gets a great start. So does Jimmy Johnson. Chase Elliott hung up on the outside. Blaney and Truex make contact. Side by side for second. Johnson's going to take it. Jimmy Johnson to the 2nd position at ISM. To the outside goes Johnson. 4 wide for a split second. Harvick slips up. Chase Elliott, that opens the door for him. Coming to the white flag side by side. Elliott's going to get the run to the side. Oh, he gets hooked. Chase Elliott to the outside wall. Kyle Busch involved. They race to the finish. Almirola dives it in. Truex gets it to Almirola. Not enough. Jimmy Johnson's going to win it. How about that finish, folks? Jimmy Johnson takes the win at ISM Raceway. What an insane finish as they head to the finish line in the desert. And Chase Elliott, courtesy of Rounds Towing, is going to get hooked to the garage area here in the ISM Raceway Round 3 finale. Watch this. Oh, hard impact to that outside wall for Chase. Kyle Busch, man, it almost seems like Chase Elliott thought he was clear. And he definitely wasn't. Watch Chase Elliott, yeah, he's just going to keep going up and up, trying to clear Kyle Busch to get that good arc into turn 1, and just not going to happen. Here's your post-race statements from Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. Yeah, Chase Elliott was told he was clear by Eddie DeHaan. He wasn't, and you can just tell Chase Elliott is very devastated in that garage area. He knows Kyle Busch wouldn't do that on purpose, and then Kyle Busch, very blunt, he wasn't clear, plain and simple. I'm not going to give up a win just because he's still in the playoffs. That's ridiculous. So back-to-back weeks, Kyle Busch is involved in playoff drama when he's not even a playoff contender anymore. But meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson takes advantage of the poor situation his teammate was put in, and Jimmy Johnson wins and will be racing for a 3rd championship at Detroit Motor Speedway, where he's won 2 already. So Jimmy held off a late charge. Watch this Almirola. He's got to get into him. Almirola didn't wreck him. Truex just really drives it into Almirola, and Truex is really going for that one. I think Truex could have got it if he didn't get loose. I think Truex has the speed to do it. Yeah, Martin Truex Jr., great effort, bud. But Jimmy Johnson was able to get that run off the high side there. Johnson really floored it. Good drive by Jimmie Johnson, an even better save. Watch him save it here from getting into the wall. Johnson does a great job saving that race car and putting it in victory lane when he needed it most. And there's Kevin Harvick. We're going to see, did he beat Ryan Blaney? And it's going to be close. No. 3 points. Remember, Kevin Harvick was second at Texas last week before Kyle Busch got into him. And he finished 5th. That's 3 positions. That's your 3 points for Kevin Harvick. That's how much he missed out on making the finale. Kevin Harvick will not make the finale. Ryan Blaney will, along with Jimmie Johnson, Clint, Bowyer, and Erik Jones. Sadly, Chase Elliott will not make it after an outstanding season. But your final 4 contenders are Clint, Bowyer, Erik Jones, Jimmie Johnson, and Ryan Blaney. A very good storyline here heading into the finale at Detroit. Jimmie Johnson going for 3. Ryan Blaney, been arguably the best driver all year, going for his first championship. And here's your finishing results. You see Jimmie Johnson finishes 1st. Harvick with a 4th place finish today. Nice nod to William Byron finishing the top 5 today for that taxi cab Hertz Chevrolet. Good job for William Byron today getting a top 5. Here's your 21st through 30th. And then your 31st through 39th. There's Chase Elliott finishing 35th. Agonizing defeat for that 9 team. They had a great car all day. Arguably one of the best teams all year next to Ryan Blaney, but he will not make the finale. So next race is the finale, Detroit Motor Speedway. We'll see you all there. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is JG24, JB6, signing out.